I mean, my biggest problem in my personal life right now is that I literally made a kind of a boundary for myself that I will just never not stand up for myself ever again.
Good.
And now it's not good. I just cause conflict every chance I get because I'm like, excuse me while I stand up for myself. It's becoming a problem. Max is like, I've been on the end of it.
I don't think I've been on the end.
You guys ready? You ready to jump in?
Yeah.
Tell me we're ready.
We're ready.
We're ready.
Near-death experiences.
Oh, okay. I've had a few.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Almost drowned when I was 11. Saved Baywatch style.
Wait, are we not introing the episode?
We will get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saved Baywatch style. Guy ran, jumped off the rock. I'm
Hasselhoff?
I'm literally like, I'm drowning. And this guy's like, I got you. And then he pulled me out. He's like, the ocean is not a toy.
Nice.
Dude, I know that.
Don't you love it that back in the day there was catchphrays like that? That guy knew that when he saved people.
He had it written.
The ocean. He probably had a tattoo.
Yeah, he probably tattooed across.
The ocean. No, that's nowadays. Nowadays people would get a tattoo.
Yeah,
back then you would say it to someone. Near-death experience.
Near the death
Earliest
experience.
near-death experience.
Oh fuck.
Right now, I pull out a gun.
No, he's for sure had one before now.
We would
He made his own explosives.
Yeah, no, pretty much everything of my childhood. We would joust on 4-wheelers.
What?
Yeah, we
Did you
would
wear
joust.
football stuff or anything?
Yeah,
Or no?
well, no, we would have these pieces of wood that had
You're so lucky to be alive.
Yeah, no, we would tape pillows to the end of them, but it's like.
Wait, to you or to the thing?
No, to us and the thing, and we would just my buddy. This is real. This is truly country where his dad would weld them to he had 3 sons, okay, and each year he would weld them a new 4-wheeler. From
by
scratch,
hand.
By hand. His dad was a welder.
Did he weld
so
them
we
a
would build them a new
jousting
4-wheeler every year that was bigger than the last one, and it would keep bidding. Yeah, because
a Russian doll situation.
Yeah, they couldn't fit
Reverse.
into them.
Yeah.
So we would ride around on these 2-stroke 4-wheelers and joust with them. And one time, my buddy, the pole snapped and it kind of stuck him in the stomach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually the guy who.
It was hilarious. We had to pull a giant splinter out of him.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, it was the guy. What's his name?
He's dead now. We don't remember his name. It's been 24 years.
Great friend.
Yeah, great friend.
Dude, do you remember anyone from elementary school?
I could name most of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not going to for their
They all
sakes.
have black names, so that's
All right, okay.
really easy to remember.
Black names.
Yeah.
They
are black names.
I got a white guy, an Italian guy.
Zulu names. What do you want me
White
to
guy,
say?
Italian guy, Indian guy. I can pull it off. Boom, boom, boom. And I just
You're really upset about that.
Yeah. Just trying to
Why are
make
you
me
upset
seem
about
racist for no reason.
Black names. All right,
Who's making you
anyways.
sound
Okay.
racist? You did that. We did nothing. We were talking about near-death experiences, and you're like black guys.
We did nothing. We did nothing wrong.
Well, so wait, you brought this topic up, then you must have one.
Here's the thing: is I pull up Brandon. Is that every time we've only done it twice, but now when I do it, I forget that I have to play the game too. So this time it's when I asked Max's earliest.
This
it's
is the fucking school bus from the last episode all over again.
so real
Check
talk.
that episode here in the fucking...
Real talk. My first near-death experience was probably your first near-death experience. Was the premature baby thing.
Oh, I didn't even count that.
No, that's the thing. It's my first.
I wasn't there
conscious-
for it.
Well, and then there's the obvious one, my car accident that fucked shit up hard.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
That was old though. You were...
No, I wasn't. Yeah, I was old.
You were in
I was
your
my
30s?
In my 30s, and then there's little kid shit, but I can't think.
They
of,
broke the shit out of your hip, eh?
Oh yeah.
Your pelvis or what?
Yeah, I cried.
I was in 2 bad car accidents, but you don't hear me bitching about... No,
Bruh.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
And the fact that you can still walk is
Yeah,
crazy.
When I so because I hit my head really hard too, sometimes people will be like, "Hey, do you know this person? Do you remember?" And I'm like, "I'm good with faces. I'm not great with names, but it's because of the car accident and probably the weed." So I'll tell people it's because of the car accident. And then over the years, Ariel's heard me say that to people.
Now I'm saying
now
it too
Ariel says
because
it
I
to
forget
people?
people's names, and I've been in 2 really bad car accidents. So I'm just like, it's the car accident.
Do you forget
Yeah.
names or do you not care to learn?
No, I literally someone will. Yeah, probably that a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't mean to.
Dude, I blame it like on just
Math.
I was on tons of
I
did a ton of contact sports when I was younger, like boxing, football, and it's like there's no way that didn't have an impact.
Land jousting, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all.
Four-wheeler jousting.
I've been concussed so many times.
What was it? What sport were you the best at?
For swimming, actually, when I was a kid.
Yeah, he's told us that before.
Yeah.
He does have a swimmer's physique. He's Michael Phelps up there.
Yeah.
You ever Phelps for
By the way, this is the Bubbies Boys podcast. We never circled back.
Yeah.
Brando jokes.
That's Michael Phelps on the 1-2s,
Nice.
and I'm our okay good comedy.
Is this episode 50?
I guess this is episode 50.
Wow.
We didn't say the number in that.
It's cool what they say because like as we're doing this, the last 2 episodes, like forgot we were getting there. I actually thought it was going to be when we have our first guest ever. That was episode 50.
Later today.
No, but that's 50.
It was going to be your
51.
dad.
Yeah,
No,
I still want it. I still want it.
So it's crazy though that people are right. Like we do this because it gets better every time. Like not only do we have the segments, not only do we have the Bradley show up, but even now the whole.
It looks cool.
No,
we're gonna deal with this
cool.
next time,
But now the intros, the jump in, the question,
What,
like
this
it's just
shit?
like,
yeah, we're gonna fix it.
yeah, it's gonna say
I'm gonna
Max
fix it.
Sheldrick, produced by Max Sheldrick in graffiti all over.
It's not gonna say that. It's just gonna be.
say
It's
brought
gonna
to
be
you
as,
by-
as cheaply as I can pull it off.
Are you listening and you want your business sponsored behind Max Sheldrick? Remember, this is
Yeah,
Ariel's
that's actually
apartment.
pretty good.
If anyone has like a pocket
you
pussy
see these
company,
2 doors? We can paint them with your
dildo
logo on
company,
it.
a gay
dildo
porn
company.
anything embarrassing for Ariel, please.
Why
Don't be
embarrassing
behind-
for me?
This is your apartment.
Yeah, I don't care.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that wouldn't embarrass me.
Would it embarrass you if there were like
A
dicks behind
dildo?
you?
Dicks? No, I
Just
don't.
dicks everywhere?
I
What
don't
would
give a
embarrass
shit.
you if it was behind you right now?
His secrets.
In words or in
Yeah,
pictures?
just like
What would embarrass me?
well, that's what I thought. I was like,
Oh.
my secrets were on there.
Well,
I have a low threshold for embarrassment. Or sorry,
Yeah, also.
sorry, high threshold. Would it
I
be?
don't really feel embarrassed that often.
Yeah,
When I make like a really dumb mistake, then yeah.
yeah.
That was a fun conversation. I'm not hating. I guess I am hating.
Wow.
Well, I don't.
Wow.
I don't.
The disrespect. This guy fucking. The disrespect.
I just like looked and burped, and I looked back, and then you're both looking at me like, "Do you have anything to contribute?" And I'm like,
No.
Nope.
"Not even a little bit."
Damn.
Can we do a rule? I know it's early, but I've missed the rules of power.
You want to do
Yeah,
a little
let's dive
power?
in.
I might even want to do
all right.
2. It's been so long, and now what's his name? Alan Green. Alan. What's his name? The guy.
Robert Greene.
This is dope. So like I used to hate.
Sorry.
It's kind of cool that since we've learned the rules that we've learned, how we've talked about this off camera. It's not wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not
it's-
wrong. I mean, I still have issues with some of the
Of
semantics
course,
of how he
yes.
proposes them, but he is correct.
Could you catch us up on them? Because I used to have them memorized.
Okay,
and
so
now I don't.
how many have we released?
Number 1 is don't outshine the master.
Okay,
Don't
so let's
outshine
see.
the
Yeah.
master.
Let's see if you guys can remember them.
Number 2.
I don't know. I told you. I only remember
Number 3 is
4.
don't work with your friends.
that's 4.
No, that's number 2.
That
That's
is number
number
2.
two.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have.
Number 3 was the one about mirroring and keep quiet, basically.
Conceal your intentions.
Yeah,
yes.
conceal your intentions. Keep your mouth shut.
No, that's now that it's
Oh,
been so
also,
long.
yeah. Well, 4 is also always say less than necessary.
Yeah, okay, so that's 4. and
Okay,
then
slow down. I gotta.
Those were the
digest
4 we've
these.
done.
So the first one was don't outshine the master. The
Yes.
second one is work with enemies, not friends. The third one is keep your intentions to yourself.
That one's the fucked one.
No, but you gotta differentiate where it's like, okay, so for you right now, you're like, maybe that's our problem. We've told people like, hey, we want the club to be successful. We want to be on tour.
Oh, you're saying we just keep quiet on all of that. But you're also the guy who tells me to manifest everything. What the fuck do you want from me?
And I tell you, we
Like,
have to
you
advertise. So,
talk
okay.
about it, don't talk about
So
it.
no,
Which one
so
is it?
Is conceal your intentions, and then the third one is say less than necessary.
Kind of hard to conceal that intention that you want
Yeah,
your
it's like-
business to do well.
That's what I was saying. Thanks for getting it. Yes. So I'm saying you took it as like, what do you want me to do? You got where I was coming from. How hilarious is that? That like, hey, I read this book. It told me if I wanted to be great. Like, oh, what are you up to? Yeah, I'm just not going to tell you that.
Dude, nothing.
Just put their finger.
How about you tell me what you're up to? That's what.
And then say less. Say as less as necessary.
Yes.
So not only don't
That
tell
one.
them,
That one. I think we both could do a bit from.
hey, last time. And
Yeah.
If you watched,
I
All
speak
of
my
us.
mind too much.
Well, it's also the fact that like whenever there's this awkward silence, it's like filling it up with a conversation.
I mean, my biggest problem in my personal life right now is that I literally made a like kind of a boundary for myself that I will just never not stand up for myself ever again.
Good.
And now it's not good. I just cause conflict every chance I get because I'm like, excuse me while I stand up for myself. It's becoming a problem. Max is like, I've been on the end of it.
I don't think I've been on the end of it. I think it's like there's justifications as to like whenever. I don't know. I don't think we've ever really gotten into it.
Yeah, we haven't.
But to be honest, there are times where I've seen it.
Yeah.
Where I've been
Is it bad to watch from the outside?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, like bad, like I'm wrong, or
there's no such thing as wrong.
No, like you don't agree with me.
No, it's just it seems like wasted energy in my mind. There's like, but to be fair, it's like it depends on what your boundaries are.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like there's a ton of people who handle like who have a line that is so much closer to themselves than what like mine is. Like my line is like pretty far out there no, my line is pretty close. It's like you have to get pretty close to me to be able to like actually cross it.
Okay.
So it's like you keep people like there's a distance where it's like, hey, you're like shouting like, hey, fuck you. What the fuck was that?
But that's the coolest thing about this pod recently is that you're learning that about yourself.
Yeah,
it's just
noticed
like
it the last few weeks.
It's like, remember with me, it's like I react instead of I react instead of respond, and we had that talk like maybe even a year ago now, and like I know I still snap, but like it's significantly
it's significantly
just
less.
because I'm now aware of like so like with you it's just
you
like
gotta work on it, and it's like
I'm glad you brought that up, that you made a promise to yourself, and if anyone like I don't mean if anyone's watching this like that, but I mean if like any of our close friends or like people that work at the club are seeing this, it's like at least you're aware of that, you know?
Also, to be fair, saying less than necessary, it's like you do comedy and a podcast, so it's like
I talk a lot.
You're really conditioning yourself against that rule.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not what he's saying. He's saying when you're in conversations, you're doing.
I'm saying like when I'm upset with someone, there's no reason for me to say it. I can keep it to myself and get over it.
True.
No, right? Like most of the time, I don't need to be as upset as I am.
It's just like you're allowed to be like, hey, whatever you just said hurt me, but like you get. I don't know. We don't have to. This is so funny. We didn't even do the rule of power.
Yeah, I know.
But it's just like I don't know. I wouldn't say don't. If you feel hurt, I know that's on, like, we've had this talk in the past, it's on ourselves, but you're allowed to communicate that you feel hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a matter of, like, when you're saying...
But I'm creating more problems instead of just, like, let's use work as an example. I'm now in a conflict with someone. I can just say, oh, if I redefine what the relationship truly is to me, I don't need to be in this conflict. True. Right. The whole point of this situation is to not have these conflicts, and now I'm in one.
But the conflicts aren't they don't start because you're like, hey, I don't like what you did. It's because of what you said before. You have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Where sometimes it's like, and I'm sure I'm guilty of this too. No one's coming at you. You're now standing up for yourself, and it's just. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, especially at the club, where it's like you hear, I brought it up last pod, what they say to each other at the club. It's literally like it's a clubhouse. Comics aren't like real human beings. Yeah. So it's just like, good.
I'm not a real human. Okay.
The best part about AI and ChatGPT is that if you're not good and authentic, bye. Yeah. You know? So it's like.
There's a stipulation to that rule, though, of like comics being comics and like just being there's a point of ball busting where it turns it like there's rules to ball busting where it's like, look, if I haven't seen you in 3 days, like if I haven't seen you in a good amount of time, then say hi, say what's up. Don't
talk
immediately
to me first.
Yeah, don't
let's see where I'm at.
Because immediately if you're just like if I haven't seen you in like
what's up, pussy?
Dude, 2 weeks and someone's calling me a fucking idiot or something like that, I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck?
We see it different. I can't speak for you, but like my perspective on it and yours is probably different. Like you're a comic and you're a headliner in a great, if not the best city of comedy. Where with me, it's like, I'm doing my thing. Yeah, you can say whatever you want about my comedy. Cool, I appreciate the hype, but like I'm a club booker. So I don't see, no one busts my balls. I actually see vulnerable people being like, I need stage time. Like, I'm like a drug dealer.
Yeah, sometimes I do miss it because like they don't treat me like a friend anymore. It's like they just come in and they like skirt around me, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm still a dude." You know,
we're all addicted. Like we're all as comics. We're addicted to the laughs.
The problem with the dynamic, though.
Yeah,
we're addicted to the audience laughs, and then we're like kind of like the laugh. Like I never got gatekeeping before, but the whole thing is, as I kind of get it, it's like we're at a point where we need everyone's help to bring audience members. But it's like if I was filling the room if I filled the room every night with 60 people, I understand why I'd gatekeep because it's like, hey,
don't do crowd work.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Oh, you're just shouting out? Don't do crowd work special. Ariel's got a don't do crowd work special coming out.
Don't do crowd work?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good name for it, but no, that's...
It's entirely crowd work?
I was referring to gatekeeping. The rules were set out was like, don't do crowd work.
But it's just like, that's funny that it went there because I didn't even think about that because you're right.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, again, some of these comic size, we put on, this is the truth, we put on 12 shows a week. The reality of it is that like, they range from 4 people at a show to like 60 people at a show. So it's like a lot of people think like, oh, we make or break their careers. Yeah, we don't put them on stage.
But that's also like any club.
Yeah.
But they don't,
literally.
I let go of that a
club.
lot. No, it's because of your show, actually.
Yeah.
When I couldn't do your show anymore.
What show?
At Nothing Fancy.
But what's it called?
It was FOMO Wednesdays night at Backroom Comedy Club.
Now at
now
Backroom Comedy Club.
Now I can do it anytime I want.
Yeah.
I'm doing 40 minutes tomorrow. No.
But that's the best part of all of this is just like that, where it's like we build a club for ourselves. The reason we're bantering again.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I let go of that. Like, I now know that individual shows do not make or break a career.
No.
So what happens to us?
Right? It's about the continual drive to push it.
What happens to us?
It
is
would be a
people
big flex to get Nubian.
It'd be fantastic to get
Big
Nubian.
flex.
I would love that. It means I'm fucking good. If
Hey, Kenny Robinson, if for some reason you're listening to this, book Max Sheldrake. We'll vouch.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon Sobel too, man. And Ariel K. You're the fucking...
Don't put me on Nubian. They will not appreciate it.
Is it because you're from the south of Africa?
Yeah, and that I'm also hoity-toity, as you've so kindly put it. I don't think it would play well.
We didn't even do the
Hoity-toity.
rule of power. And
Yeah,
again,
let's do it.
What, you wanna
We're
do
about
it?
to
No,
do
I
it,
want,
yeah.
I want to finish this conversation because it's dope. It's just like, as the comic bookers, not only are we there and they're begging us for spots, but they're also forgetting that we're there working and hearing them talk to other people. So not only do I have to have someone tell me how like sad things are and they need the stage time, but then you show up and they're like, "What up, idiot?" And it's just like it's
It's
funny.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah. It is fun.
It's just like, I don't even know why that came up, but it's just like, it's the whole perception of it. When I was a comic trying to get stage time, I would just go there and ask if I could bark. Always. Even like in my 30s, I would do that. But I'm from that generation of comedy where nowadays people show up. You know how many people show up on like a Sunday at 10 and they're like, "Hey, is the 11 o'clock open mic going on?"
And we're like, what over,
And
Mike?
we're like, we've been open for a year now. We've never had an open mic at 11 o'clock on a Sunday.
Wait,
Ever.
do people...
Every
so
Sunday.
many, bro.
Every Sunday. at least
Some,
two
I don't know
comics
who's
wander
spreading
in.
the rumor that we have a Sunday open mic,
That's a fun troll.
but they are doing
That's
it.
a fun troll to do.
Yeah,
working.
I have Johnny Bada for sure.
Yeah.
Johnny,
You should
if you're
do
watching
it.
this,
You should do it.
You know, it'd be funny.
No, we have our show.
a show going on.
we have a variety show playing right there. Imagine we stopped the variety show.
Do an
just to
11 to 30.
You know, it'd be really cool.
Sunday
if this-
open mic. Are you gonna stay till the club and lock it up?
No, just
Not me.
Yeah, I'm not doing it either.
Yeah, I like where this is going though. I hope the next rule of power is something like make up lies about.
Yeah, let's
You
go.
know? Start
Hit
rumors
us.
of competition.
Hit us
right.
with number 5.
Okay, number 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your
Oh,
life.
we did this one.
We've done this one?
Yeah, we did this one.
Wait, just say it then.
But
Just-
like we can do it again
No, we don't
because
have
we
to do it
didn't
again.
use it.
Just say
we
what
clearly
the-
didn't use it.
Yeah.
I think it may be in the episode we lost.
But then it would have been also that. We also redid the always say less than necessary.
I don't think we did reputation.
I remember it though
So you tell us what you remember.
because I I don't I
I'm saying
remember
don't hate. He's there to guide you.
I
Just
remember
let's hear it.
saying that like as someone who knows what it's like to lose a reputation. Yeah, that you sometimes it's not up to you. You don't get to guard your reputation.
Okay.
Do you think
Right?
that we?
You remember that?
Do you think this is
Yeah,
the episode
okay.
we lost because the AI
Okay.
heard Ariel?
All right.
And at least
We can do it again though. I'm happy to do it again.
I want to hear Ariel's version, but then Max hopes correct, and I'll shut my mouth.
Okay, all right. We got
Read it.
We got time.
Read
Okay.
it.
All right. No. Just
you.
Oh, I
you start.
okay. Say it again.
So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life.
Yeah, he's basically saying you only get one shot at who you are.
Yeah. Reputation
Right,
is the
it's-
cornerstone of power.
Yeah, so like you use your reputation to influence your ability of power,
This
right?
explains so
Yeah.
much, not just you, but me. So it's like you bring us
Well,
together.
yeah,
There
yeah.
are-
It's like,
I mean, I don't think I garner reputation anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, I'm just saying
Like I don't put my way out to be like I would like to.
the club's reputation.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do. We
You're-
want it
to a
clean.
point.
No, but we care.
I want it to be a great customer experience, but like at the end of the day,
And I want the comics to have a good time too.
yeah, I want the
it to
comics
be the
to have a good time.
ultimate comedic
Yeah,
experience.
so I guess I do.
But it's like it's cool to have pride and stuff. Is that what it's saying? Have pride?
Well, it's like work to establish a reputation of outstanding quality, whether it's
Yeah, we
generosity,
did
whether generosity or honesty or cunning.
Yeah, we did this one. 100% we did this
Yeah,
one.
because it was the cunning part that's very.
And it was the generosity for me. And then like
it's like also as a comedian, it's like a good reputation can save you much. A lot of work is done in advance by your reputation, where it's like that can be established with like, okay, reaching out to bookers. It's like if you already have a good reputation and you haven't met that booker and your rep has gotten around to them, then it's so much easier to actually. There's not so much groundwork that you have to fucking cover.
You don't
with
have to go in and see them. You can literally just get booked.
Even on top of that, it's like a reputation can even just be like with your fan poll, and it's like, oh man, if like I'm building a better such a better reputation in Windsor every time I go back, that now like the last 2 shows that I went back for, just off of like me, those shows were sold out.
He's rubbing it in because in Hamilton I'm nothing.
Well, you don't.
I'm not
really
rubbing
try.
it in because of that. I'm just saying that
It's not like you try.
Sorry, I'm projecting.
Yeah,
it's just that people heard from the first time I went back how great the show was.
You're great, and it's
and
cool
then
that like
now they're coming back, and now I'm
Do
cultivating
you want to be
more of an
known
audience.
in Hamilton? Okay.
I want to be. I don't care. I'm at this point where I don't even. This is so weird because I love the whole. Like I do this for the recognition, but like I don't. I just want to put out something quality. I want it to be like. I don't care at this point who recognizes me or who sees me. I just want them to have like my whole life when I did stand up before I met you guys. Not so much you, but you and the one we don't speak of. I'm just being hilarious.
Kakum?
No, this guy. It's just
grandmother?
like I got better, and when I first started, it was like I can't lie. Like I was at a point in my life, we were making studio music, not on stage. I got a taste of a couple things on stage. I loved it, and I was just like, like a quick fix. Like, oh, I've dedicated all this time to music. I'm a funny guy. I'll just convert this over to this lane, make a fucking thing out of it, and then over time, you see how hard it is, and it's like going to the gym.
Yeah, I was saying this in therapy last
know?
week. It's just so difficult.
No,
it's
but when
one
you
of
watch
the
it,
hardest. Like
when you see it, like, and I don't want to
It
speak
just
for you
hurts.
guys. I had aspirations of like making good money off stand up and being famous, and now it's like I don't care.
I just
want
wanna be good at
I
stand-up.
want to be like really good at stand up, and it's like I want the club to do well, and not necessarily to fill my pockets, but like
I mean, I would
that's-
like some cheddar.
Sure, but I'm saying that at the end of the day, it's like yeah,
Some cheddar?
obviously.
Some
But I'm saying
cheddar.
that now instead of
Can I
focusing
pull that
on-
off?
Would love some cheddar.
Now instead of focusing on my own comedy career and seeing the work I
Gouda.
put in, it's like where you say you go to Windsor and you are now. It's
Yeah,
like,
I would love to go
I
to
feel that
Johannesburg
way,
and sell out shows.
but I feel that way about the club now.
When I
feel
went
that-
back, I'm like murdered at the club. Like
How many people came to see you?
like 30 of my friends, but they would sell out all the time on weekends because it was in a casino.
So they don't even need.
So they didn't. So it was 250 people, and I just it was great. It was a great feeling to go back, and you're like,
Hell yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
that conversation.
I haven't wasted my life.
Hamilton also has a comedy scene of its own that thrives.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what's the Windsor scene like?
It's getting better, I've heard.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on. They got a lot in the works, and it's picking up.
I really think the pandemic helped a lot of comedy scenes.
Yeah.
Because there seems to be like a little boom right now.
Well, it not only cut the dead wood out of like people who were just kind of like chilling.
yeah.
And like
I mean,
taking
it lit a
the-
fire under us.
Yeah.
Dude,
And-
we had a talk in the car yesterday where it was like, I was like, how long do you consider someone doing stand up for? And then Ariel said, it's the time of how when you put that 300 sets in a year. It's not
Yeah,
that
like
time.
300 sets
you
a year
can't
is
say
a
you
year
can-
of comedy.
Like, you can say you started comedy at this point, but like if you're not doing 300 sets a year, like you can say whatever the fuck you want or tell yourself whatever, but like at the end of the day to put in that work, it's like 300 sets a year.
I think that's the fairest value.
So it's like I've been doing comedy for a while, like I've tried it, but like my work ethic is terrible. And then like since this, it's like when COVID happened, I realized like they took it away from me. I didn't have the option once a week to go do it. I didn't have the option.
It was the removal
like-
of it that
was
made
the-
made me go, fuck, I gotta work
If
harder.
they
at
did,
this.
like we already started. We started
Yeah.
Bubbies Boys. But when we started Bubbies Boys before the pandemic, it was like, oh, we'll go out. We were getting shows during the week here, so I was like barking after work, and then we would go out once a weekend to a small town or somewhere. And
I mean,
that
a lot
the
of it
model.
was circumstantial though. Also,
But the model was 3 times a week, and I was happy with that.
Yeah.
And now, like,
It's as much
it's
as
when they took
humanly
it
possible.
when they took it away.
Yeah.
When they took hugs and they took stand up away, it's
Hugs
the
and
only
stand-
2 things I ever wanted. This episode's
the
called
hugs. The hugs fucked me up.
yeah,
It fucked
No
me
more
up so
hugs?
hard.
you had your wife.
Yeah, but I also like to hug my friends.
She also said
yeah,
last
I know.
episode that she doesn't hug him and that she.
yeah, only when he's crying.
Okay. Do you want to hear number 6 then?
Let's do it.
So that last one was reputation. You
Yes.
only get one chance at gardening and then have standards.
Yeah.
I think you get a few
the
chances.
one last portion of the rule is that once it's established, always take the high road when attacked.
Yeah,
that's where the conversation we had before this all started was like, I think you're, and you could probably say the same thing about me, but you get into these altercations where it's like you feed into the conflict, and that's when it becomes that.
Yeah, it's just
you could take the high road.
One of my biggest triggers is how people will walk up, light a match right in front of me, and then they're just like.
Yeah, but
and then I just have to be like, oh, there's no fire here. It's like, no, fuck you.
Once a not so wise man told me that the universe is like kicking you in the balls.
Yeah.
So that's
it's like a bro standing next to a bro and just hitting him in the dick. That's my bit.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. All right, so I'm down.
Nice.
This is fun.
Okay.
Can't believe I like these.
Number 6. Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
What?
Okay, number 6
number,
is
number 6. Number 6. Number 6. Number. Max doesn't like it when we get like
he's trying to do something.
Musical
I'm trying to read.
He's been trying to.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right. So, court attention at all cost. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd. Then or buried in oblivion. Stand out. Be conspicuous at all cost.
That's contradictory sentencing.
Yeah, be conspicuous at all cost.
No, right?
Yeah,
conspicuous means to be
inconspicuous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Saying be
make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful.
I swear to God,
more mysterious.
It's authenticity.
I didn't read this. This is just something I do. I
more
swear.
mysterious than the bland and timid masses.
Not at all.
Okay, so
I think Max is the most mysterious of the three of us.
No, really?
Well, it's not me.
It's definitely not me.
Fair. All right. I do.
Don't take that as a compliment.
I do work in the background quite a bit.
No, but I disagree with that. Like the work that goes unseen is the hard work, right? So it's like you still got to be doing that work.
Absolutely. Yeah,
right?
the most actual. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Where it's like, don't make sure. Like that's
like, look at all this work I just did. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Like, because then there's people who use that type of rule, and then you see them like videoing themselves meditating for their social media, and it's like that's so cringy.
Should I start doing that, guys?
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start sending you guys meditation videos.
I'll straight up fist fight you.
Just like,
oh my god, dude! When I'm at one of my last jobs, they one of the CEO's wives created her own like meditation app. And
it was probably bad.
The audio on it was dog shit, and they were like, "Guys, all right, all hands push. Let's try to get some like actual traction on this app. Post yourself meditating with the with the
what
app
job
on your
was this?
It was called. It was the coffee company job.
Okay, so nothing to do with your job.
Absolutely not.
And they were like, "You got to do this."
And like then I'm
starting to understand why you stole stuff from them now.
Yeah, no, they were fucking
weird.
They were wieners. What was it? The audio for it was like, it sounded like it was recorded on a phone that had like a microphone attached to it, but the jack was fucked up. So it's like it would cut in and out and be staticky. And I'm like,
why don't you reach out and you make those audio for them?
Because I don't.
He doesn't need to do that anymore.
Yeah. Also, I don't think they would ever.
Yeah.
I don't think they would
he
ever.
stole the van, bro.
Yeah. I don't think they would ever.
He didn't steal it. He borrowed.
In their eyes.
I went one time after being fired. I went back. To hang out after work, like with the crew, because like I was still friends. I'm still friends with everyone there, but it's like I
not
the
upper management.
No. And when they came out, it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, they were like, Max.
They were like, "What are you doing? What are you doing here?"
Did the guy cry again?
No, he wasn't there. The CEO.
Yeah,
no, he came in for that.
You still need to make that a bit.
Yeah, it's for.
What was the name of this power?
Okay, so this one is court attention at all costs. Sorry, so there's
fast. What was this one of the title?
Court attention at all costs.
Quote attention.
Court.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so there's
like
two.
gate attention.
No, I get it.
There's
the
two.
three of us don't need help with.
Yeah,
this
we
one.
don't.
There's two.
This one we do naturally.
There's two sub laws to it. So
sub laws.
Yeah, so
wow.
surround your name with the sensational and scandalous. Draw attention to yourself by creating an unforgettable and even controversial image. Court scandal. Do anything to make yourself seem larger than life and shine more brightly than those around you. Make no distinction between kinds of attention.
Pause. You know how I said I promised I didn't read this before?
Yeah.
You read this before?
No.
Okay. Go on. Sorry.
I like how you're like sitting there like you as though you're scandalous.
He's so scandalous.
He's scandalous. Yeah.
he's not, but the world thinks you're Mr. Scandal.
Yeah. In terms of
Monica Lewinsky in this bitch.
Okay. Monica, we start calling him Monica.
Yeah, you guys can call me Monica.
Lewinsky. What's up there, Lewinsky?
So, quick shout out to her. Have you followed her on Twitter? Like her Twitter's hilarious, bro.
I don't use Twitter at all.
It's fucking funny.
Shout out Monica Lewinsky.
Okay. Notoriety of any sort will bring you power. Better than better be slandered and attacked than ignored. At the beginning of your rise, at the beginning of your rise, spend all your energy on attracting attention. The quality of attention is irrelevant.
I would love to be ignored.
Okay,
I would fucking love it.
But maybe they've been right so far.
Okay.
Don't let me digest. Maybe you want to stop
listen,
reading.
we never like it now. And in 4 weeks, as we said in the last episode, classic Bubbies boys. In 6 to 8 weeks, we'll be like, that thing was a good idea.
Maybe you should run for mayor against Ben Bankis in Toronto.
That'd be pretty funny.
I'm not even kidding. We'll help with the campaign.
You'd be like, I don't want to be mayor.
No, I don't think you're going to win. All right, spoiler alert.
You never know.
So, number 2, the second sub-law, create an air of mystery in a world of growing In a world growing increasingly banal and familiar, what seems enigmatic instantly draws attention. Never make it too clear what you're doing or...
Feels like this is a sub-law from the game.
Yeah,
right? Like the peacocking shit.
Yeah. Do not
make yourself
Do not show all your cards. An air of mystery heightens your presence. It also
it's
creates...
like sitting in the back and just being like, yeah. In a fucking trench coat. Just like...
Yeah, it's just
like
it's
weird.
Yeah, it's just mystery. Like, it's just... do not let mystery turn into an air of deceit. It must...
Isn't this the same guy who told you to fucking conceal your intent?
Yeah, I know, right?
Conceal doesn't mean lie about your intent.
Yeah,
you don't think omission is lying?
I'm not. He said hold it in. I'm not. He said hold it in. I don't know. True. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I've really enjoyed this journey so far.